Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ask a Zookeeper, where we have two zookeepers present to answer your questions. If you have any questions that you'd like to know about animals or anything else, you can ask us in the comments below, and we'll try to answer those in a future episode.
All right, so I was watching your video this morning about all the things that birds don't have so that they can be able to fly.
Right.
And I was wondering, what would humans give up to be able to fly?
Oh man, that was the point of the whole series, is I don't think humans would be willing to give up half the things that it would take for a human to just be able to naturally fly. The examples in the video are like the ability to produce blood inside of your bones, or the ability to have teeth. The ability to store a whole bunch of food in your stomach at the same time, or the ability to eat salad. Like, all of these are things that birds basically have given up just so that they can leap into the sky at a moment's notice whenever they need to. But yeah, like, what else would it take, and what else would people not be willing to give up? Gosh.
Hair.
I'm pretty sure you'd have to give up. I was thinking the same exact thing.
Nice.
You'd have to give up like long hair. You'd probably have to give up short hair. You might be able to get away with like short little fuzzy body hairs, but that might be it. Teeth, hair, big brains. So here's a fun thing to know about birds. Birds have brains that are more efficient. Their brains look smaller and they're smooth, but their brains fire in different ways. They're optimized to have smaller neurons and different pathways firing at different times so that they can do the same amount of computing power in less space and weight. But I don't think humans would be the clever species that we are that can make culture and think abstractly if we were birds, because the sacrifices just to have the amount of capacity that they have, you can kind of tell it's too much, because why isn't every bird super smart? Mm-hmm. Because it's too heavy.
I've always had had a problem with that expression, bird brain, because it's an insult. But birds are super cool and awesome and smart. Like, why are you insulting them?
Right.
Or why are you insulting this human in that way? But
yeah.
So wait a minute. Now, next time I hear someone say that, I'm going to be like, bird brain? Did you mean more efficient than us?
Right. Yeah. Like, if a bird brain was the size of a human brain, they would be way smarter than us. Probably. Wow. They would have more cognitive capacity than us. They might not be smarter, but... But
then they could do all those jobs like in that movie.
That's how it happened.
That'd be great.
But yeah, oh gosh. So humans would have to have harder, more brittle bones. So football is out.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That was one of the points in the skeletal part of the video, was that bird bones are big and hollow. If you took two bones that were the same size, the bird bone would be bigger in diameter, but it would be the same weight as a bone of a mammal.
Okay, but mammal bones are like solid, right? Not necessarily solid bone throughout the whole thing, because there's marrow and blood in them.
Yeah, like marrow produces blood.
Yeah, but they're just, what was the word used? Bird bones are more brittle than mammal bones.
Yeah, they're more rigid and more brittle.
All right, now let's think of some sort of interesting sports that birds would play.
Okay.
Quidditch.
Synchronized skydiving.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I would definitely watch that. Yeah, maybe there would be like a bird ice fishing event.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fishing, all fishing, yeah.
But it's ice fishing.
Ice fishing... They would do every kind of fishing. Fishing competitions, just go, and the eagles fly out, and then they all come back 10 minutes later, and they all have giant fish.
Would they have, like, sportscasters?
Oh, I'm sure. They might even be cockatoos.
I was going to say, it has to be a parrot, doesn't it? Or a crow, or one of those other birds that can actually speak, mimic.
There's another fun scene where, like, the parrot does the equivalent of no, nothing but net dunk, and then like all the cockatoo sportscasters. Cockatoos are so expressive. They just have all the media jobs.
They would too.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah, that would be awesome. But we're thinking like humans, okay? So we've got sportscaster parrots because we want them to imitate humans because that's what we're familiar with.
Right.
But in this world, in the movie, there are no humans.
Okay.
So they just have to find a bird language to communicate in. So it doesn't have to be parrots.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you can put so much logic into something so ridiculous.
I've got a couple of jobs that birds might have.
All right.
Okay. So seed farmer is an obvious one. A bird that works in a bird haunted house and it's a scarecrow.
I love it.
And okay, restaurants, except they only make one meal and the patrons just kind of pass it down.
Oh, that's amazing and disgusting. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
I don't think oh, you know what birds wouldn't have? Doctors.
No.
So some species of birds, if a bird in the flock gets sick, the other birds will harass it until it flies away or dies. I don't think there would be pilots.
No, you wouldn't need them. No airplanes.
Yeah, no airplane mechanics.
But there might be like bird tour guides.
Okay.
So they've scouted a whole area and they're like, oh, these teenage juvenile birds, come on, I'll show you the area. And they could get...
The tour guides have to be hummingbirds because they have to be able to fly backwards in front of the whole flock.
Oh, I love it. It's perfect. Yes.
So you need the only birds that can fly backwards, so hummingbirds.
Humming tour guides.
Yeah.
No, that sounds weird. Hummingbird guides? I don't know. They don't need a name.
There's a bird called a honey guide.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It actually guides people to honey also. It's the only wild animal human partnership.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do they look like? How big are they? Are they little?
No, they're little. They're like finches, weavers, like in that range. And the different tribes have different sounds that they make, but they go out and they make this specialized sound that lets the honey guide know that they're looking for honey. And then the honey guide comes in, sits on a tree, flies to another tree, and so on. And the honey guides follow it. And they double their honey hunting efficiency when they're following a honey guide.
Wow.
And then they take apart the nest and then they leave it behind. And the honey guide gets the discarded nest remnants. So the honey guide gets benefits also.
Great. Can't believe I've never heard of these.
Right? I could go for one of those that leads to chips or something.
A chip guide?
Yeah, a chip guide. So there's a job. These honey guides, they just specialize. They're like, what do you need? I'll get you to you.
Yeah. They're because the whole thing escalates and they become cocoa guides and coffee guides.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
You're just in a city, you're like, I could go for some cocoa, and then a
cocoa guide just appears.
Sitting on the side of a building, follow me.
See, these are great ideas, not just for a movie, but just a picture, just some art. A little cocoa guide. Follow me. I like the whisper.
I like this
comic series.
Sportscasters. Whoa, nothing but net.
I love that one too. I wish I could draw well, so I could draw all these cool things we think of. If anybody wants to draw this stuff for us, please do.
Send it to Amanda.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our video.
If you want to know more about animals, you can watch these other videos on this channel, or you can subscribe to know when a new Ask a Zookeeper comes out. Thanks for stopping by this week to learn what makes life awesome. I think I said thanks for stopping by.